Now we're seeing shares tank this morning. Investors clearly aren't enthused that this is a product cycle-driven company, and 3 to 4 months into the future, investors don't have a clear window into the future. So what's going to drive that secular growth?
Hero 7 Black, our best-selling camera out of the gates ever. In the first 30 days post-launch, Hero 7 Black, our new flagship camera, has gone on to become the best-selling GoPro ever. And our other products, Hero 7 White and Hero 7 Silver, are selling in line with expectations, and we're very confident we're going to have a great holiday quarter.
But let's go beyond cameras. Now, obviously, the drone market was very difficult. There's a lot of regulatory challenges. But how are you thinking about entering potentially other adjacent markets that are attractive to your consumer? For instance, wearables, augmented reality glasses?
Well, for the time being, we're very focused on our core business of helping people capture and share their active lifestyles. We're seeing growth in our core business. We're predicting 5 million total units of sell-through this year, which is up 16% year over year. And in the fourth quarter alone, we're seeing 50% higher sell-through than last year. So GoPro's core business is growing, and we're making investments in new types of cameras like our Fusion 360-degree camera, which has 47% of the 360 camera market. So we think that we have enough growth opportunity and potential to restore profitability to GoPro just by focusing on our core business.
Now, trade tensions with China are ongoing, and the company mentioned in the call that if the cameras are included in the tariffs, you would actually move production out of China next year. Now, if that were the scenario, where would you move production, and how would that impact costs?
Well, what we shared on yesterday's earnings call is that we are prepared to move production of our U.S.-bound goods out of China in the first half of next year if we're forced to do so. But we're not making that decision yet. And to date, we have not been included in tariffs, but several consumer products companies have made a case to be excluded from tariff lists, and we're working on that. So if we are included on a list, we're focused on seeing if we can be excluded.
But in preparation, what countries are you looking at aside from China?
We're not sharing that information at this time.
Now,
we do have a plan should we have to exit China.
Now, I want to talk about margin expectations. They were a bit lower than what the street expected. You've already reduced headcount pretty dramatically. But how are you thinking about that revenue per employee number? Will we see more restructuring?
No. GoPro, we are looking at a very successful holiday quarter for GoPro. We're now 1 month into the holiday season. As I mentioned, Hero 7 Black is the best-selling GoPro ever in its first month of sales post-launch. Our silver and white products, our $199 and $299 products, are selling in line with expectation. So the sales trends are clear. Looks like we're going to have a successful holiday quarter for GoPro, and that sets us up with low channel inventory exiting the year, which is a great setup for a profitable Q1.
When we look at camera sales, how much of that is from refreshes from existing users versus reaching a new base?
All right, we've shared that roughly half of our users of the GoPro app are using 4 to 6 year old GoPros, Hero 4s, Hero 3 Pluses, and Hero 3s. So we have a lot we can do to excite our customers to upgrade. The majority of our business has been attracting new customers, so that shows that our marketing teams have been doing a really good job of attracting new customers globally. But with Hero 7 Black, it's just anecdotal data, but we're seeing a lot of social commentary about customers being excited to upgrade, and those that have upgraded to Hero 7 Black are socially sharing that they're really happy with their purchase. So GoPro is a virally driven business, and so far the social commentary is doing quite a good job of driving our business this holiday.
Now, last time we spoke, you talked about potentially partnering with larger organizations to help the company scale, and since then you have signed agreements with Jabil and Adobe. But what about partnerships with consumer-facing companies that can really extend the brand further?
There may be opportunities, but this year, as we've shared, we've narrowed our focus to super serving our core customers, and we're seeing growth in the business. As I mentioned, we're looking at growing total unit volume sell-through up 16% this year to 5 million units of sell-through. GoPro will be profitable in the fourth quarter, and we believe will be profitable for the second half of the year, and we believe that we can be profitable in Q1 of 2019. So we're right where we want to be.
Now I want to talk about this Plus subscription product, which just gives cloud services to your customers. How else are you going to add value to that program to make the user want to pay a monthly fee on top of the quite expensive camera?
Yeah, we've been quite successful with our Plus subscription service so far. Last quarter we grew 16% sequentially to 185,000 paying subscribers, and we're going to be testing more pricing tiers and more benefits to enhance the value proposition for our customers and find a program that really clicks to drive that subscription rate further.
Would you consider offering it for free to extend as a marketing tool?
There are several new approaches that we're going to be taking to see if we can increase the growth rate for Plus. But as I said, we're pretty happy with how it's growing to date. Up 16% sequentially is quite good. But we have a lot of experimentation left to do to see what we can really do in terms of growth.
And lastly, I want to talk about this spherical camera product as a very prosumer market segment. Are there plans to monetize that 360-degree content that they're producing?
Well, as you noted, we just kicked off a partnership with Adobe where we've made thousands of GoPro video clips available to Adobe stock users who are licensing now GoPro clips to use in their own productions. It's a revenue share partnership with Adobe, and we do have the opportunity to increase the number of GoPro video clips that we include in the Adobe stock program, and we intend for more of those clips to come from our users. The quality of user-generated content we expect to improve now that Hero 7 Black is in the market with its hyper-smooth video stabilization. So we may be entering a new era of higher quality UGC, and of course 360 footage captured with our Fusion camera could be included in the Adobe stock program as well.